If you haven't been hiding under a rock, I think you know that AI is happening. And I'm going to show you a little bit under the hood about our plan, where we're going with AI. It absolutely, as the first slide says, it is the future of fitness programming. So we need to lean into it, and I'm going to show you how this is going to work. Place to start is with some information from our partners at ABC Fitness. Now, they did a really large survey, 500,000 fitness professionals, 50,000 members. And the cohort we're going to be talking about is the biggest group of people in our clubs, which is Gen Z. It's also the biggest group of people among our staff. So how is Gen Z using AI right now? Well, 64% of them are using AI. That's right now. That number's not going to go down, it's going to go up. So how are they using it? They're generating workout plans. They're getting feedback and tracking. At this time of the survey, these were the top apps. So what does this mean to us? What does this mean in your club? It means right now, in every club represented in this room, there's members walking around looking at their phone, and they're following a plan that they did not get from us. And they're getting feedback not from us. That is not a good place to be. We're going to change that. We need to be the center of their universe as it relates to fitness and wellness. And for a lot of Gen Z, AI is the way they want to go. Another thing that's important to understand about AI is how all of this rolls up into member results. And that's about programming and plugging members into programming. Now, if we look at our member base right now, I think most of you would agree with me that at best, 5% of our members know exactly what they're doing, have a plan, and they really don't need any assistance from us. Meaning all they need is a clean club, friendly staff, and equipment that work. At the other end of the spectrum, in our highest performing PT clubs with the highest level of penetration, we have at best 10% of the member base participating in PT. And they have a plan, and they have a support. So that's great. That leaves 85% of the members. What's going on with them? Do you think they have a customized plan? Probably not from us, right? Is scanning QR codes on Matrix equipment, is that enough to help most people get where they need to go? Is our current app, we love our current app, Trainerize is a wonderful tool, but is that tool designed for a member to be able to create their own customized program? It's not designed for that. And our personal training penetration is 10%, as we discussed. Another thing to consider here is price points and how this relates to access to plans and programming. Most of our clubs were somewhere around $30, maybe $35 a month for a premium membership, and that is packed with value. That's why we're successful. However, do you get a customized plan for that $30? In most cases, the answer is no. If you want that customized plan, what do you have to buck up to? Personal training. And personal training packages, the smallest PT packages, half hour, twice a week, that monthly cost has to be somewhere around $300, right? Why? We can't make any money. The club can't make money, trainers can't get paid if we charge much less than that, right? Guys, 30, 300. Do you see the white space between those two numbers? There's a whole lot of white space. People want more assistance. They absolutely will pay for it. So it's really important we lean into this. Another thing that we learned when we had our visit out to Matrix, which was really, it was eye-opening to me. If you haven't seen Matrix's monitors, go to the Partner Expo, check them out. The one on the right, the really cool touchscreen. I asked a question, like, why would you purchase this? It's a lot more expensive. And they shared some information with us, which was a big surprise to me. They can actually track members using those. And they're tracking members in lots of clubs. And what I'm specifically referring to is members that don't press go. Instead of pressing go, they log in, they interact with that monitor, and they use any of the programming that's built into it. Doesn't matter what the program is. Those members, they exercise 15% longer. Think about that. They burn 10% more calories. You don't need to be a genius to figure something out here, guys. They're probably getting better results, aren't they? When you get better results, you think there's a good chance they may stay longer? What does that mean to us financially? That's called increased lifetime value. This is not fluff. This is very important to our business. So I'm going to make a very bold statement right now. Our biggest opportunity to fulfill our mission and profit objectives is to provide that 85% I just talked about with the programming and assistance they need to reach their goals at a price point that fits their budget. Now, there's 3 things here that we have to do in this statement. 1, we need to provide a friendly, convenient, life-changing journey with passion, because that is why we're here. We need to move towards our vision statement to reshape the fitness community where everybody aspires to be the best they can be. And last, but definitely not least, we need to be profitable to do this. We can't save the world if we're not bringing in money. We have to be profitable. So we have 3 goals for our AI fitness programming moving forward, and they are to provide program options based on each member's fitness level, their goals, exercise and nutrition preferences, and their budget. Second, increase the average revenue per member and the member lifetime value significantly. And last but not least, to provide efficient manpower models that provide competitive compensation while minimizing overall program costs for maximum profitability. That's our guideposts for this programming. So what does this look like practically? Well, we have 3 options on tap. The first is an option with a partnership from our existing partner, Matrix, with a company called Sika, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. Second option is eGym. Now, eGym has AI-enabled fitness equipment. I'll talk more about that as well. And then last but not least is Ramp. Ramp is in pilot in clubs right now, and I call that a trainer light model, and I think you'll see why in a moment. So Matrix and Sika. Most of us, myself included until I went out there, thought of Matrix as they make equipment, we buy equipment. Guys, they're a technology company. They have an entire digital ecosystem. And I'm going to talk about Sika right now. So that is a Sika bioimpedance body composition unit. It is the finest unit in the world. It sets the standard. It is highly, highly accurate. Now, what we really love about Sika, we love our partnership with Staiku, but what we really like about Sika is the potential for a member to walk up, kick their shoes off, take their socks off, stand on there, hold on, bang. They have their body composition. So it can be done with a trainer, with a staff member, but it's also a self-serve solution. These are being piloted in corporate clubs right now. They also have a digital ecosystem, and they are partnered with Matrix to create a solution. And I'll give you a quick look under the hood about what that's going to look like. So imagine that in the club, you have a Sika unit. Imagine you have the Matrix Ultra line of selectorized equipment, and on top of each of those pieces, there's a little monitor. And then you have a kiosk in the club as well. And all of this talks to each other. So a member is in the system, walks up to the Sika, steps on, that body comp information is pushed up into AI. The member's also going to answer a series of questions. Those questions, along with the data from Sika, is going to create a customized program for the member to follow throughout the club, and the system's going to provide ongoing instruction and progression, because they're going to be able to come back, test their body comp, and go from there. So really exciting and a self-serve solution. We expect to go to pilot with this end of first quarter, second quarter in some of the corporate clubs. Really exciting, eGym. eGym is partnered with Matrix. They're also partnered and integrated with ABC Fitness, and they're partnered and integrated with Sika. They have an AI Genius guided equipment and programming solution. It's amazing. It is a full ecosystem. Think of all of this being integrated and talking to each other seamlessly. So this is what it's going to look like in 2 of our corporate clubs when we go to pilot. This is a 10-piece AI strength equipment circuit from eGym. You'll notice on the right is what they call a fitness hub, a kiosk. That's key. So how does all this work? How does this fitness hub, which has Sika built into it, work? Well, I'm going to walk you through, and they call it an AI eGym genius that guides everything in the system. So imagine you walk up with a member to this kiosk, tap, and you start answering a series of questions as you're seeing up on the screen. What is this person's sex? What is their birth date? It's actually going to measure their height for you. Body composition. Remember I mentioned that Seek is integrated into the kiosk? So this is happening all at the same time. It is walking you through this process. It is not complicated. There's all the information you just generated. Now, we have to set training goals and member preferences. We start out with, what is the starting level of this individual? Are they a brand new beginner? Are they expert? Where are they at? Obviously, that's relevant for program design. What is their main training goal? How many days a week does this person have available? How much time do they have available? What body parts are most important to this individual? Are there areas we don't want to train, for example, because the person has an injury that they're working around? Which equipment do we want to exclude? Remember, it's not just the eGym equipment because they're integrated with Matrix. So this opens up pretty much the entire gym for this person's program. And then it shows you what you just entered. Next step, we have to onboard them to the strength equipment. We have to do strength tests because if you know anything about program design, if we don't do a strength test, can we set the proper weight levels for this individual? I think you know you can't do that. So you have to know their starting point. So you walk up, guys, it is so simple. You tap. If I had you guys just go do it, you could literally follow the directions on the screen and do it. That's how simple this process is. Guides you through every rep. It's measuring the force you're producing when your muscle's shortening, when your muscle's lengthening. Really potent system. So when everything's all done, they're loaded into the system. It's going to generate their prescription. When they walk up to the equipment, it's going to recognize who they are. It's going to set all the seat settings. This is really, really next-gen stuff, guys. It's exciting. All of this rolls up into the eGym app, which is amazing. And the best news is that the eGym app is going to be embedded within our app. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. So it's going to give you feedback. The member can be looking at this during the workout, after the workout, at home, so they know exactly where they stand. It's going to give you an attaboy when you earn it. It's going to give you activity points. It's going to measure something called bioage. Think about health and wellness status relative to your chronological age. Very popular with people like me with a little bit of gray hair, right? So it's guiding the whole process. It's not just taking you through the initial thing. Every time you interact with this, it's adjusting based upon you and your goals and what you've done in the past. How do they get to it? They're going to have a little armband. They walk up to a piece of equipment, go boop, it says, "Hi, Greg." It knows who I am. And how are we going to control who uses this? Because we're not going to give it away for free. Big surprise, right? So, remember I said that they're integrated with ABC Fitness? ABC Fitness is integrated, so when you boop, it is going to interrogate, if you will, membership and operations and say, do you have the right membership? If I do, it's going to say, "Hi, Greg," and I'm off to the races. If not, it's going to give me a message that I need to upgrade. So we have control, and we can monetize this investment. This is what it's going to look like in the app. It's fully integrated. They'll never feel like they have to leave, download another app. Really slick. So I'm going to summarize. They start at the kiosk. We get information. We gather data, strength data, body composition, goals, generates a personalized program. Then they're going to use equipment in the gym. For example, they'll be able to walk up to a Matrix treadmill, take that armband, boop. It's going to say, "Hi, Greg." It's going to deliver a different curated experience for me based upon my program. A regular member won't have access. They'll still have access to the equipment the way they always have, but they won't have that level of experience. It all rolls up into the app. Now, last but not least is RAMP. RAMP stands for Resistance Applied Metabolic Prescription. It's in pilot in clubs right now. And the best way for you to get a sense of what this is about, I'm going to show you a promo video that we've used in all the clubs that RAMP produced for us to help members understand what the opportunity is.
Hey everyone, if you're watching this, your fitness club is about to launch something revolutionary, RAMP. RAMP stands for Resistance Applied Metabolic Prescription, and it's not just another workout program. It's a scientifically designed, results-driven system that guarantees progress no matter where you're starting from.
Whether your goal is weight loss, increasing strength, building muscle, reducing body fat, or boosting endurance, RAMP provides a customized plan tailored just for you based on your current fitness level, age, schedule, and even any injuries you may have. RAMP takes the guesswork out of fitness by using AI-powered programming to design safe, effective, and progressive workouts that challenge you at the right level so you avoid injury and see steady, continuous progress without hitting a plateau. Every program is designed using your club's equipment so you never feel lost in the gym. Your RAMP program will guide you step by step through each workout, telling you exactly what exercises to do, what weight to lift, and how many repetitions and sets to complete. Before you begin, we'll conduct a quick strength assessment to find the precise starting point for you, ensuring you get the right intensity from day one. Not too easy, not too hard, just right. And the best part? You can access your customized plan right from your phone, making it easy to track progress and stay on top of your goals, whether you're in the gym or at home. RAMP is for everybody, from total beginners to experienced lifters. It's safe, structured, and proven to deliver results. No more second guessing your workouts. No more wandering around the gym unsure of what to do. Just clear, guided steps to success. Fitness isn't just about workouts. Nutrition plays a huge role in your success. With RAMP, you'll also receive a sample meal plan and shopping list, making it easy to fuel your body for results. No more guessing about what to eat. We give you the tools to build healthy habits and optimize fat loss and muscle gain.
So how does this work at the club? Everything is done with an iPad. So the AI is on the iPad, and it guides the staff member through the process. It's a typical questionnaire and data entry that you do with any member right now. Trainers are asking these questions right now. For example, you're establishing activity level, height, weight, goals, etc. A big step, as I just mentioned, is body composition. So if you have a Staiku, for example, you do the body comp test, you're going to enter that person's body fat percentage, their lean mass, and their fat mass. I want you to think about that for a moment. Nutrition is math, guys. It's just math. But it needs input to create a program, and it needs goals to do that. So all this information is being fed into an AI engine. Now, a great trainer can easily do this on their own with a calculator, but this does it really fast. So they insert answers to client goals. What are they trying to accomplish? How are they trying to just lose weight? Are they trying to lose weight and gain muscle? Really challenging to do that, right? Then they're going to take them out on the floor, and there's different programs built into RAMP, depending on the person's starting point, their preferences. And remember what you just saw in the video, all the club's equipment is built into the AI. The AI needs to know exactly what's available so that the programming it builds gives the member a chance to use any equipment that's relevant to their goal, and it knows the increments of weight because it's going to build in progression to the program, which is the key element that members don't get on their own. So you walk out on the floor. Imagine it's a beginner I'm dealing with, and I've chosen a program that's a selectorized only program, and it pops up and it says leg press. I'm going to walk over to the matrix leg press. I'm going to set up the seat. I'm going to enter the seat settings into the iPad. I'm going to give them a warm-up, but then I'm going to go right to a strength test, and I'm going to have them reach muscular failure between a minimum of 1 rep and not more than 10 reps, and I'm tapping this into the iPad. Once I'm complete with those 10 tests, I hit a button, and there's a complete 8-week customized exercise and nutrition program. I'm going to show you what this looks like in just a moment. The member is then retested every 8 weeks. A new program is generated. The key to this, guys, is there's constant progression. Members don't know how to progress. That's one of the biggest obstacles they face. They start, but they don't progress. So this is what it looks like. It's really simple. It's digital on their phone. In the centers, there's an 8-week program. There's 3 workouts a week. If they go, I forget, what is the flat DB press? They tap on it, what happens? Video comes up. It shows this person, they're going to do 3 sets. They're going to do 14 reps per set. They're going to do 40 repetitions. If you think this doesn't work, if you haven't been to the NFL, I've been to 10 teams. This is exactly how they generate programs. They do a series of tests. They pop those test results into a piece of AI. It spits out a program. Every set, every rep. It works. On the upper right, that's the nutrition plan for this person. It says meal plan 1800. Based upon them as an individual, their starting point and their goals, it establishes a calorie level. Then there's macros, that 40-30-30. 40% protein, 30% carb, 30% fat. Does that mean that's the only plan? No, this can all be customized to the individual based on goals. That's for this individual. Below it is what? A shopping guide. Guys, take a second. What do you think the perceived value of this is to members? It's through the roof. This is what members want and need. So how are we positioning it at the club? Really simple. It's a new membership option that's $30 higher than the club's current premium. So in this case, you had a club selling premiums for $29.99. The Ramp membership is $59.99. It includes everything in the premium membership plus Ramp. So I'm going to show you what's happening with one club. We're about 2 months into this, but we're really excited. So Clanton sold over 40 Ramp membership or recurring service packages within the first month. Why do I mention recurring service packages? Well, one thing we learned during a pilot, which is why we do them, is that members like Silver Sneakers members, they're not going to pay $59.99 because what are they paying now? 0, maybe 10 or 15 bucks. They will pay an additional $30 if they see the value in this. That's part of what we learned. As of October 17th, the club has 71 people paying $30 a month above the club's premium membership. So this is a new recurring monthly draft line of $1936.25. This is in less than 2 months. Since members on Ramp work out on their own, only a half hour of staff time is required every 2 months to retest members participating in Ramp. Even an inexperienced trainer can service hundreds of members. It's very, very easy to do. Ramp significantly is increasing the success session booking rate. What does that mean? You guys know this or should know this. For personal training, the first step in selling PT is getting a person in the room with a trainer. So if this boosts that, you can also sell more personal training. It's not, I have to only sell this. I can sell training, and then I can drop to Ramp. You should be getting 40% of everyone minimum buying this program. Ramp can be very profitable. For every 100 Ramp members, you're going to get $3K in additional monthly revenue, and over $2,000 is falling to the bottom line. This is a leveraged model. What you see up on the screen is some of the Facebook posts. The one on the left is from Winston-Salem. If you read along with me, it says, Matt just completed his first 8 weeks of the Ramp program. And wow, did he see results. Down 5% body fat and up 4% lean mass. Guys, that's crushing it. I mean, you get that, right? It's crushing it. This program works. On the right, what is that? That's Clanton in the middle of the day, and they looked in and took a picture because they realized, wow, everyone in the club at this time is a Ramp member. So in less than 2 months, this is part of that culture. You just have to lean into it. So I want you to hear in the words of Rachel Barella, who oversees Ramp at Leeds, Alabama, and also Clanton, what the experience has been like, what she thinks.
Hey Workout Anytime Nation, Rachel Borello here, Regional Manager for Clanton and Leeds, Alabama clubs. We started our Ramp journey back in August and it's truly been a game changer. Before Ramp, our personal training numbers were low. Not because our members didn't care, but because they felt lost. They needed direction, accountability, and a plan that fit their lives. With Ramp, we're finally giving that to them. We've seen members come back to the gym, get on a personalized program, and start seeing results. When our Clanton Club opened August 25th, we had members start on Ramp that week. And now we're seeing 9 people at a time in the gym on their Ramp program doing their workouts. That's real impact. This is the direction we're going. One where every member feels supported, guided, and confident in their fitness journey. We just have to stay the course. Ramp aligns perfectly with our mission to provide a friendly, convenient, life-changing journey with passion. And it brings our vision to life, to reshape the fitness community where everybody aspires to be the best they can be. We're not just signing up members, we're helping people believe in themselves again. This is the direction we're going, and we have to stay the course. Thank you, Ramp, for helping us create real, lasting change in our clubs and communities.
So spend some time. Rachel's here. Chat with her. Even better, if you're thinking, is this for me? Is this something that could work in my club? Scan the QR code and leave it up there for a little bit. You're going to answer a bunch of yes or no questions, take you less than 2 minutes. I'll follow up with you afterwards. This is like every program, guys. It's not plug it in and it magically makes money fall out of the sky. You have to execute. But you can talk to Rachel firsthand. It is a whole heck of a lot easier to execute for a lot of clubs, I think, than personal training. And it's not a question of either or. We are completely committed to clubs doing personal training if that's the path they choose, and we will continue to support them fully. This is another option. Remember, 3,300. There's a lot of white space in between there. That's our opportunity. That's the direction we want to go with AI. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a great rest of the conference.